Now these are all the levels in which the currencies are expected to swing in this particular week. And euro came down to 1.1120 and the expected low was 1.1175. Quickly they will gain the level and over around there, and slowly they are expected to gain to 1.13 area. And in the case of GBP, 1.24 was expected low, but they came down to 1.2302, and slowly they are expected to gain the level, and they are expected to go to 1.28, and followed by that, they are expected to go to 1.30 and above after the week following it. So here, they make use of all the uncertainties and try to drop the market, especially in the case of GBP, creating the feel that this instrument is not going to be traded afterwards, and that is how they give the impression to that of the traders. But subsequently, the players need to have the instruments in the market and they need to manipulate the market. Only then they can continue to trap and earn money and sustain their world number one, world number two positions. So their greed is unlimited. So automatically you find such moves might appear. That is the end of the currency, but they are going to continue to rig and give surprise to that of the traders. So keep in mind that such quick moves or false moves in the market. Then only you will be able to understand that how you can do the bottom fishing. Use the hedging strategy to limit the risk. Then you will find that trading is an instrument, is an interesting aspect. Then in the case of yen, from 102 to 104, they are expected to swing. It has already come to 104, and slowly they are expected to come down. And that will give the trigger for euro and GBP to go up. Then in the case of CHF, 97.25 could be the low. They came down to 97.72, and 99.52 could be the high. It went up to 98.41, and slowly they are expected to gain the level and then make the slide. Then in the case of CHF, they have been hovering around that of 1.32 area, and then slowly they started making the slide using a different story in the case of USDCAD, and they are expected to come down some more, start gaining the level again when euro and GBP are gaining it, in order to handle the commodity crosses like euro Canadian dollar, GBP Canadian dollar crosses. They handle it heavily by making such contrarian moves. And in the case of Australian dollar, they just made the drop from 0.76 area to 7543, and then they will start gaining the level above that of 76 and would go to 70 area by weekend. So week beginning, they just made the drop and continued the drop, and then they will pretend to go up. Then immediately people think that, okay, we can buy after the rise. Then afterwards they will drop again and induce them to liquidate the long position. Then the traders will think that, okay, there is no point in going long. It is better to short the market. So that is how they create the market sentiment. Only then the traders can be trapped again and again by telling different stories. Now this is the market reading. So we note down the initial lows and the highs around 3:30 GMT and try to find out where exactly the market is making the move. And euro formed 1.1120 as the low, 1.1141 as a high. Here it shows yesterday's high of 1.12, and they are not breached low or the high. In the case of GBP also, they are not breached the low or the high. Then yen also, they are not breached the low or the high. Then Swiss franc 98.2141, they are not breached low or the high. And also in the case of Canadian dollar, they are not breached the low or the high. Then Aussie also, they are not breached the low or the high, indicating that the market is really subdued at the moment, and they are not breached the low or the high. They are simply holding it for the second day, expecting the traders to take some wrong positions. Then later on, they are expected to show the true color.